since I do show in person, most of my properties, I have to do that. And I was just finalizing paperwork because we just went under contract finally on another property. So one last week, one this week, and same, I had closing last week and yesterday, 2 days ago? No, it was yesterday morning. It feels like it's been 4 days. But anyways, if you want to know how I'm doing all of this, it's because I just sit here and I just call random strangers. Call homeowners, not convince anyone. Hey, Lorraine. I don't convince anyone to sell. All I'm doing is consistently calling to see and find homeowners who have already made the decision that they want or need to sell. Because let's face it, nobody wants to sell. They need to sell. Hence why I don't tell people like, oh, well, if you got a really great offer, would you do it? Because it doesn't really matter. Yesterday I got a lead. So if you didn't watch that live, and so much happened yesterday, it was insane. So if you missed that live, go watch it. It was jam-packed. Victor had an amazing win. I'm having a lot of anxiety right now. I feel like most of us are like, oh, it's so fun, it's so easy. Dude, it's a lot of responsibility and it's a lot on my plate as a single agent. And I don't know where my pen is, my regular pen. Oh, here we go. And my note. Oh, there we go. I was going to write your name down. That's what I was trying to figure out. Hence why it's always good when I get a lead to just do what I'm supposed to do right away, because then I forget. I feel a little shaky too. I know it's not the coffee, and thank God I went on my walk. I was like, if I don't go on my walk, I'm going to lose it, because I didn't go yesterday. I was so upset over that. But I have so much paperwork, which is great. I got another property under contract. Yay. I have to say, it's so hard. So hard to like make my calls, go on showings,
been forwarded to an automatic voice
negotiate contracts, do the paperwork. Thank God I have a transaction coordinator. Go to closings, go to walkthroughs. And it's so crazy because it's not even like I do a whole lot in terms of hours. If you think about it, it's like 1 hour Sunday, 1 hour Monday. Got a lead. You got a lead. Lorraine got a lead in an hour. How amazing is that? Doesn't it feel so rewarding? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but
please leave your message for
even even for myself, I'm like, if I just put the time in and I get leads, like
has been forwarded to voice.
It's gonna happen. Like it's inevitable. You're gonna have sales. Oh my goodness. I have to stay in the mindset, in the game. I have to just like focus because of course I want to do everything else. Which I don't know if maybe that's even why I like calling later in the evening, 4 to 6 typically, because at least I can like get everything else done. And then I'm like, okay, I had my day. Now let me just focus on calls. Because right now my mind is racing and I want to do everything but this. When I call, I force myself to not look at my email. I get so distracted. I'm sure you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Clean my desk while I'm sitting here. Put these paper clips in. Zip ties belong in the car for my signs. Mojo is just dialing. This is an expense receipt. I don't know about you guys, but I have my printer right next to me because I'm not, or even my files right next to me because I'm not going to be getting out of this chair. It's time waster to be getting up and out of your chair. Who's this? Sergio, Mojo isn't working. Okay, I thought so. I'm like, I thought it was just me. I tried reconnecting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reconnect like a third time. Yeah, I have showings. First showing starts at 2, and I'm gonna be doing showings until like 6 or something. And it's for my listings. Actually, no, forgive me. A few for my listings, and then one buyer. I'm actually going to go help my husband. I don't know if you saw that one time I was in the car. It was for the buyer and we were showing him a particular property. So we're going to go show him that one first while our kids are in school. And then that way my husband.
All have been forwarded to an automatic voice message.
So yeah, I have showings later. So I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to make calls later today. So I was like, if I'm going to do anything, I have to do it early. And then this whole morning I was doing paperwork because I got another property under contract officially late last night. The seller signed in the morning. Then they had to do the initials. So I got it back. So I had to send that to my transaction coordinator and the real estate attorney this morning. And I got my walk-in, thank goodness. No joke. You guys can always tell when someone's going to have an attitude the way that they answer. And just FYI, that's how they are. So if you really want them to be your client, just be prepared. That's how they're going to be. On Bluetooth, no biggie. I don't care. I can't afford to care. And just remember, it's not that deep. They're not going to remember you. Like, do you think in 5 minutes this guy's going to remember this conversation? He's not. He's going to move on. He was driving. He was busy. He was busy. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Your makeup looks on point as far as I can tell as it do. Do you have a process for showings or just flow naturally? So very interesting question. And I don't know if you even notice in my walkthrough videos on my other YouTube channel, which obviously I have evolved of like how I show like properties. But I would say when I first started, I was working at that boutique brokerage and I would show his properties in person and his properties started going under contract. And he asked me, he's like, oh my God, Adela, what is it that you're doing? I'm like, I don't know. I guess I'm really good at showing properties, which gave me the confidence to become a listing agent. But I read people. So you have to gauge people if they want you to show the property, like give them a tour, or if they want to take it all in. You never want to be too animated. You never want to go too above and beyond unless they're receptive to the information. But I also like to ask people, like, I can either give you a tour of the house, or if you'd like, feel free to walk around and then come back to me and let me know if you have any questions. And they'll tell you like, oh, no, show us around. Or they'll say, oh yeah, it's fine. Like, we'll look around, because sometimes like the wife will go that way, the husband will go that way, the agent will go that way. And then sometimes the agent will even tell me, they're like, oh no, can you please give us a tour? Because they know what their buyer likes and they've already been showing him property. So they'll usually even instruct me of like what I can do. And then sometimes I'm like watching from a distance. So if I overhear questions, and even the agent will ask me questions like, hey, Adela, do you happen to know this? Do you happen to know that? And then I can explain. So I would just say maybe more flow naturally, not necessarily a one size fits all. So you want to understand like what's going on. Funny. Actually, it just dawned on me, Eddie. You usually see me at like 4 o'clock when I'm all disheveled and the Florida heat has affected me. Now you're seeing me like in the morning and I have showings. I'm like dressed and makeup on.
Hey Realtor, quick pause before we get back to the video. If you're watching this channel, it's probably because you're looking for more consistent ways to generate listing opportunities and for years to come. As an active full-time realtor, I only circle prospect when I'm doing my cold calling sessions. And the script that I'm going to share with you, you can't find it online. These are the actual conversations I continue to have with homeowners, and it has helped me generate hundreds of seller leads over the last few years. So if you're serious about building a steady pipeline of listing opportunities for years to come, I'd recommend downloading my free circle prospecting script. It's the exact same framework and everything I say every time I'm making my calls. So I'm going to make it available for you in the description. There'll be a link. Go ahead and click on it, download it, print it, practice it, make it your own. Let's get back to the video.
I believe Sergio might have to work later today too. But if you can do this, like even if it's for 1 hour, like doing 2 is great. I was just going to say, trying to do 2 hours is ideal in a session, but if you can only do 1 hour, that's fine, because it's really all about consistency, you guys. It's all about consistency. I'm going to call old expireds later today. Just bought Mojo last night. Awesome. Awesome. Just on the single line dialer is perfect for me. Especially if you're starting out. I don't know if you just got it last night, and especially if you're using like the Mojo number, you're going to want to make sure to whitelist it, go into free caller registry. But more importantly, I would say ease your phone number into it because you want to build it like a reputation. You don't want to just throw your number.
Sorry, I can't come to the phone right now.
You don't want to just throw your phone number into the Mojo and like start calling like crazy, because that's going to send off red flags to the cell phone companies. So keep that in mind. Oh, wow. Rosie said, when I work 16-hour shifts. Oh, girl, you must be so tired. Oh, dear. That's a lot. I remember a nurse. I used to have a friend who was a nurse do 12-hour shifts for 4 days. Was it 4 days? 3 days? 3 days? What was it? Was it 12-hour shift, 3 days? 36. Yeah, roughly. And she said it was exhausting. And then I remember at one point I was doing 10-hour shifts for 4 days at that cruise company because they were kind of experimenting with it. And even doing that was more exhausting on the body and mind. So for you doing 16-hour shifts, I cannot even imagine. You must have to recover so much from that. Sergio, I have to work today also. Yep. And look at you, you're getting it done. Like, it's so doable. Who was it that said, oh gosh, I can't even remember exactly who it was, but they're like, you can have a 9-to-5 job, but let's talk about the 5 to 9. Like, what are you doing after work to stop working a 9-to-5 to really like level up? I work in the medical field. Oh my goodness. Wow. You guys have it so hard, so demanding. All power to you. I could not do it. I really couldn't. I have friends and acquaintances who are in the medical field. I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys deserve way much more money, honestly. Oh, that's interesting. I don't. I would say call Mojo and ask them directly. Maybe it's something that you're entering. Maybe it's the way that they want you to enter it, or maybe it's like an address. I would say call them directly and ask them what's going on. You're the first person I've ever heard of it being rejected. I didn't even know it could be rejected. So I wonder if it's maybe something that they're wanting that's not being entered or checked or clicked or something. But call Mojo for sure. It's Mojo, Adela. My connection is crap too. Okay. What do we do? I'm on the Ethernet cable. I'm on the single line dialer. And okay. All right. This is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to complain. I'm going to do, this is going to surprise you, but I'm going to do 1 hour today. I'm already 29 minutes in.
The person you're trying to reach.
I'm 29 minutes in. I'm going to do another 30 minutes and I'm going to walk away feeling good and be like, even if it was crappy, I did my 1 hour, because I would rather feel better about myself doing an hour, even if Mojo is acting out, than not doing it at all and just throwing in the towel. Because believe you me, I want to throw in the towel right now. But I'm just going to hang in there and then I'll be like, okay, at least I did an hour and Mojo is acting out and it is what it is. And I could have, stuck through it, but I can't remember the last time Mojo was like this. So maybe they're having a situation. And when they have a situation, it's not like it goes on for days. Typically, it's just like an isolated situation. So it's okay. I'm just going to finish my hour. I got that one lady who wants my business card. It is what it is. You never know. Maybe she didn't want to tell me. Maybe she wants to sell. I don't know. We shall see. Even though they're like Mojo acts out, no system is perfect. I would say whether it's Vulcan, Enzo, Mojo, RedX, Salespresso, all of them, they all have their glitches because they are just softwares in the end. Everything acts out. Nothing is perfect. So that's why I'm like, okay, well, at least Mojo has less issues than most of them. So sometimes you just have to like go with the flow. I have had 7 conversations in 34 minutes. I would love it if it stayed at 14, but I don't think it will. It'll probably be at like 10 because I always, for some reason, on a clock, actually, I'll do it like this. This is my experience. Let's say I have 8. It's so funny. Sometimes this is my like 30-minute. Where's it? The clock. No, I'm not going to do that. 60 minutes. 60 minutes. 60 minutes. I always feel like half of the hour, I get like a ton of calls, right? Like 8 calls. And then like the second half, I like get 2. And I'm like, what the hell happened? Or vice versa. Like I'll have maybe like, sometimes at the beginning of my 30-minute session, like this, like my first 30 minutes, I'll have 3 calls. And then all of a sudden, maybe like 7. Then like the second 30 minutes, I'll like have 7. I'm like, what happened? So I'm at 7 now. It's going to be interesting to see how many more contacts I get in the second 30-minute session. I actually just ordered more of the note cards that I use. And I was actually thinking, like, I wonder if at the beginning of the year, I'm just going to order all the cards, order all the magnets, order all the flower seeds, and just have a stockpile so I never have to run out an entire year again. Because now I can kind of calculate how much I need, since I'll know, okay, I got X amount of leads. That means I need X amount of note cards, X amount of magnets, X amount of flower seeds, and just have that one cost and then not have to worry about running out. Because it's so annoying when I run out of the seeds or run out of the magnet or run out of the note card. And then it's like having to wait. Because it is heavy, so it takes a little longer for Amazon to send it. Well, yes, I just sit here and it's just calling and I'm just sitting, waiting for someone to answer. This is the Mojo dialing number. So yeah. And if you notice, when I turn, it's because I have 2 monitors, but I turn, my screen freezes sometimes because somebody answered, but you also hear the beep that I have enabled. So that way I know to zip it because somebody can hear me, and that's when I know to pivot and like switch to the conversation instead of to you guys. So yeah, I'm just on a dialer and it's just going through people and seeing who's going to answer. It's set at 5 rings. So it rings the person 5 times to see if they'll answer. If not, it goes on to the next person, or it'll go to their next number. So if it's like a husband and wife, it might call the husband's cell phone, wife's cell phone, house phone. So yeah, I just sit here. I would say the hardest part is sitting here and like waiting for somebody to answer. So if someone answers, does it pull up their home info? It actually already shows.
Been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
It actually, when it's dialing, it already shows the person's information because I'm just doing one person at a time. So it's switching profiles on my screen. The only thing that changes is the top part where it actually shows which number it's calling. So it tells me like which number it's calling, and then it switches to another number and then switches. And if nobody at that property answers, then it switches the screen to the next person or the next homeowner. A lot of contacts, and then the other 30 minutes I won't. So I've been sitting at 7 minutes since the 30-minute mark. Now it will be another 15, and I haven't had a decent conversation. I don't know why that happens, but it's always broken up into 30-minute segments like that for me. Yes, it is. It's my daughter. She didn't like it. And I honestly, over time, I feel like
Please leave your message for
over time, I feel like you just have to replace water bottles. So I've had so many different ones and she didn't like it. And so I was like, it's just going to collect dust. I'll just use it. But I would say it's a smaller one and I kind of don't like it because I drink a lot of water. Like I drank this yesterday. I need to refill it. And then I'm constantly having to refill it because this is too small. So annoying. And I'm not going to carry a big one. It's too heavy. But I am at my desk. So that's why I like to fill this one up. Yeah. I mean, I would prefer to have, since especially I'm in Florida and it's hot and I feel like I'm constantly drinking water. I don't drink enough and I'll have water bottles and I don't like buying the plastic bottle waters too much. Totally at work. She was at work. She was whispering. When people are at work, they answer their phone. But when they go to lunch, they're like, I ain't answering that phone. People are so funny. Eddie said, how many dials are you making a day or less? I can tell you based off of the Mojo prospecting dashboard. Let's see.
Been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying.
I want to, okay, so from memory, if my memory serves me right, my average in a 2-hour session is, or no, an hour, like every hour is about 130, a little over 100. I think it's like 110 an hour. Let me guess, you love the sun, you love running, and your name is Sam. Nice to meet you, Sam. Why not start communicating more instead of just giving him an awkward silence? Mojo's acting out. Yeah. And reason to not want to talk. So it's called cadence. Look up Vin Jiang. I'll write it down for you. Vin Jiang. He's a communications guy on YouTube who does really well, and pausing, it has a huge impact. I've been developing my skills as far as communication, authority, and who knew that tonality, pausing. I'm missing one. Tonality, pausing. I guess like the whole upward, downward, all of that is called cadence. So I've had to learn that. But Mojo's acting out. Mojo's not.
Person you're trying to reach is not.
People are struggling to hear me. So I have to take it easy. Energy cells. Yes, but be careful. Don't want to scare people. That is why I also am more awkward. If like, I don't know if you saw that one with that lady whispering, I was also whispering. You got to match and mirror. And like, I always do like this. You got to match and mirror.
Has been forwarded to voicemail.
Or mirror and match, but you have to pull them up to your level, which is what Vin teaches a lot. And same thing like when you meet people in person, networking events, parties, social events, anything, you got to match people where they're at. Otherwise you scare them, especially if they're introverts or shy people, which he talks about. Shyness is just a behavior.
Forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to.
So yeah, nice to meet you. Yes. Okay. It's been 56 minutes, 68 calls, Eddie. And that's on the single line dialer. So Eddie said, I did over 500 dials yesterday. I did over 500 dials yesterday, over 200 already today. I'm at over 3,000 for the month already, which is twice as much as I've made in a month so far. I just need to get better at objections. I believe, Eddie, that there is more to that. Because you're on Vulcan and you're single line dialer, I believe. So what I would consider, because I could easily blow, and I have on a three triple line dialer, just blow through numbers and get less conversations than like on a double line. And in some cases, like yesterday, I was on the single line and I got a lead. So it really didn't matter how many dials or calls I made. because at the end of the day, it's about having conversations. So you can, I would be more curious, like
To an automatic voice message system. 5.
how many conversations you've had. How long did it take you to do those dials? How many leads you have? So I don't know if you're tracking that. I know you don't have Mojo, but maybe if you're even tracking on some kind of like,
Voice message system. 5.
even if you're tracking it on some kind of Excel spreadsheet or notepad, or even if it's just a graph, just keeping track. Or maybe does Vulcan have like a tracker? Maybe even call them and ask them if they have a tracker, because you want to start analyzing. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you are on the single line dialer with Vulcan, right? I would probably wonder like how, because I do the 5 rings, meaning it allows someone's phone to actually ring 5 times before it abandons and moves on to the next. I've experimented where it's even been 7 or even 6. I've even done it as short as 4 and 3, but my sweet spot is 5. I noticed that I get a good rhythm of people answering the phone. But I definitely do better when I'm on the double line dialer. Because on the triple line dialer, I could make way more calls, but I miss those opportunities when I'm on the phone and somebody picks up over here. That was more of a lost conversation that I could have had. And even though Mojo will call them back, the likelihood of them picking up is slim to none. So I would ask if,
Forwarded to an automated voice message.
let me see. I would be curious, like what your conversations are in leads as well. Oh, very nice. I changed the list to a more higher end area and getting more pickups. Perfect. So I've had 10 contacts today, 59 minutes. So I'm going to give it another minute or so, and then I'm going to head out. It is a busy day. Every day is becoming busy, and I'm thankful, because otherwise, what else would I be doing? Like, this is my full-time job, really. Like, I lead generate, I go service, I go show listings, I negotiate contracts, I close deals. Like, it's part of the process. I'll have to call this list in the afternoon once first shift is over. Perfect. Oh, Eddie said, yes, Vulcan is single line and I can't set a ring limit. I have to do it manually. I do 3 rings. Wait, so I can't set a ring limit. I have to do it manually. I do 3 rings. I would say do 5 rings. That should give somebody an opportunity enough to walk over to their phone and answer it. All the cold calling bros tell me single line is trash. It's pure math. I mean, you can go watch all my lives. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. You know, like I get leads on a single line dialer. I think these cold calling bros are just like hammering out numbers and like calling. But I've experimented, and my mentor, James Mitchner, him and I agree the double line is better than the triple line on Mojo. And that's just from experience and experimentation and just like noticing that we would get 12 or 14 contacts on a double line dialer compared to 9, 7, 8, or 9 on the single. But then when we do triple, we're back down to the same as if it were single. So then it's like, what's the point? I'm just blowing through numbers. But you can experiment. I would say check on Vulcan, try and see if you can get it to 5 rings and see if your conversation amount picks up. I'm going to head out. I have a lot of work and showings to do. Let's see if we can get another property under contract. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Bye. See you tomorrow.